this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with this season's Prestige Cup, and I am most of the way through. So I'm going to show you the last races because that's when things usually get tougher. Because you're about 2/10 or 3/10 faster than what the dyno says, depending on how Natural Motion made the event, you could probably get through this event with minimal further upgrades, assuming you have full fusions. Audi fusions, unlike some of the other brands, actually is pretty easy to get. What you can do is go to the dealership and just buy the TTRS and the RS5, which are T2, T3 cars, and just strip them. You know, gather a garage load and keep stripping. There's always, of course, bronze keys with the crates, and there are lots of Audis in the game, lots of Audi R8s for that matter. So you can always strip extra Tier 4 junk R8s that you get. So there are plenty of ways to get Audi fusions, and that's one of the reasons I actually look at every Audi car that comes along and hope that it is good, because if it is, I can at least fusion it out pretty quickly and then have the car viable. Now, the best Audi, of course, is the R18 e-tron and also the electric Hoonigan. Those are your best Audis right now, and you know, those two are probably my top choice for live racing. Oh wow, turbo. Alright, so alright, notice race 29, it's going to say extreme. That's because it's going to be faster than a 10.3 for sure, probably a 10.0, and my dyno's a 10.2. So of course the computer's saying there's no way you're going to beat me, but we beat dyno. So yes, there is a way we can beat them. Race 30 is a whole nother story, of course. If it bumps by another 3/10, then I'm done. I have to put stage 6s in. So let's see if we can get a good run out of this and at least beat this guy. Hopefully he's not running 9.8s or something. It's tight. Alright. Alright, so stage 5 only with the dyno beating has gotten me through, and only barely. So the next opponent, if my estimation is correct, it's going to escalate by another at least 2/3. So you figure 9.7, 9.6 opponent easily for the next run. Let's take one run and, you know, just to see where it is. Don't forget, you can jump in and out and get slower opponents too. So there might be one guy that's not going to be whatever this guy runs. It might be a little slower, but certainly chance of it being slower than the last guy I ran isn't very good, right? So they're going to be at least generally faster than what the last guy ran. The question is by how much. That looks like about 2/10 or 2.5 faster. Ooh, 3/10. Okay, so 9.614. Now, I can tell you right now that turbo isn't going to get me to 9.614. Turbo in general is a lousy stage 6, so you know, I got the short end of the shaft on that one, where I got shafted. Depending short end of the stick and shafted, both. Because that's a lousy stage 6. Now, the good news is, of course, I have all the stage 6s to pick from. But let's take a look at the turbo first. And, you know, I can tell you the good ones obviously going to be body, trans, you know, those big boys. But let's put turbo in. We'll do a quick dyno. I'll show you at least where that's at. And then we'll just bang through the rest of the stage 6s, at least give you the stage 6, you know, impact. So you have an idea which ones are better for you. Without any tuning change, because the computer is not really saying you can get any benefit out of it. You're basically stuck here with the same tune, 10.0. Now, wait. 10.0 isn't bad. Remember, I can beat dyno by at least 2/3, which puts me at about 9.7 and change. The problem is I'm unlikely to get better than 9.7. So, unfortunately, that 9.6 the other guy ran, it's definitely not going to be something I can beat, right? Not with turbo, but let's take a look, see if turbo changes any aspect of the car other than making it slightly 2/10 on the dyno faster. 2/10 isn't bad. I mean, that's, so turbo's not as completely terrible as I claimed it to be. But let's see what it does first. Let's see where we're at. 9.816. So not enough. I mean, sure, I still beat dyno by at least around 2/10, and if I shift better, maybe even more. But 9.8 is probably not going to cut it. So turbo's out. By itself, unlikely to get you through. Now, What about the others? If turbo is one of the worst, there's hope that some of the others will be a lot better. Let's put something in that's generally a big boy. We'll put body in and watch these numbers. Boom. Now, remember again, starting at 10.2, we're moving to the faster dyno. And again, no tune. It's not saying I need to retune it, probably because we're still at pretty much max evo here. 9.8. That'll definitely do it because that'll be a 9.6 run when I run the car. So body will get you there. So body is like a 4/10 gain. That's pretty good. Naturally, tier 5 cars, most of the time, body is one of the important stage 6s. Okay, again, because the shorter duration of the nitrous, I can't just start using it at 4th. It doesn't make it as good as starting in 5th. Now, if I have stage 6 nitrous, of course, you start at 4th. Let's see what the time is. This should be a 9.6 something, 9.589. So that will definitely cut it. So body's good enough. Now, I'm not going to run every single one of these from here on the dyno because it's going to take too much time. I will separately test them and just list them for you. So naturally, it looks like body, tire, nitrous, engine all have the possibility of getting you through depending on how slow your opponent is or how fast your opponent is. They place you dyno-wise still on extreme, meaning one stage 6 isn't going to guarantee you anything, but it puts you pretty close. And then don't forget, I'm running full fusions as well, so you have to keep that in mind, that you're looking at full fusions and upgrades and everything. Woo, it's tight. Ah! Ooh, I think I lost. All right, that opponent must be a faster one. Yeah, 9.56. So this one's faster than the last car that we encountered, probably because I put a particular stage 6 in. That's not a problem. So what you can do is you can jump in and out and see if you can get a different opponent. But again, 9.7 to about 9.6. I think the dyno beating on this isn't as good as what I got on the body run. I think the body we did a 9.5 something, right? But it's okay. When you're this close, your best shot is basically get some gas pips and keep jumping in. Okay, let's say you have upgraded but you're not doing super well with fusions and everything, and you're cutting really close on these races. Your bottom line is going to be you just need to eke out a win. So how to do that is basically by testing every opponent they throw at you, because they all run different times. There's always one guy who's going to be really slow, and then the rest are all going to be around the same or a little bit faster. So you're hoping you get lucky and pull the slow guy. And that looks like so far that LB Huracan was the slow guy. So because we're getting faster and faster opponents here. 9.47. So we went from 9.6 to 9.5 to 9.4. Oh, wow. Yeah. Each one's getting faster. This is not a good sign. So that is something I do notice, that sometimes if you put in a particular stage 6, being a relatively effective one, all your computer opponents gets faster. It's luck of the draw when it comes to that. Is it really the opponent, or is it designed that way, or is it random? I don't know. I mean, all I know is that the one opponent I could have beaten doesn't seem to show up now. Okay, here's another new guy. Once again, let's try. Okay, with the amount that they've shot out in front of me, catching them, it's going to be a tall order. So this guy, he's a little bit slower than the F1 at least. 506. All right. So all these guys are running 9.5s, 9.4s now. I forgot what the first guy ran, I'll be honest with you at this point, but I thought that was a beatable time is all I remembered. So 9.7, I believe that opponent, or 9.6 that opponent ran. Okay, well, so getting faster opponents. Tire seems to have triggered some pretty tough opponents. Maybe we'll try body. And keep our fingers crossed that body will have a little bit easier opponents. We'll see. Right? I'm not going to retune it. I know I can eke a few more evos out of it, but let's just go ahead and run it. Again, the opponent you get can make or break your final runs when you're trying to do it with less upgrades. Naturally, I could throw 2 decent stage 6s on and crush it, but it's a pretty big escalation from 9.9 to what I'm looking at, because one opponent before this was 9.9s. Now we're looking at 9.4. That's 5/10. That's half a second increase from one guy, which isn't very nice. Natural motion, you hear me? It's not very nice to pull that stunt on the last race. I can see 3/10 escalation, 2/10 escalation. That's pretty normal, but a 5/10 escalation is a little much. Okay, so this one you can run 9.5s, but you're getting opponents that are running really fast. So it looks like, again, I got the slow opponent on the initial run, and then I've been getting nothing but fast guys after that. I'm running out of gas pips over here, so I'm going to take one last shot at this with some new gas. And the video is getting kind of long here, so I'm going to go ahead and beat this thing just to end the video. But you can see where the opponent you get changes depending on which guy you get, and it changes depending on which stage 6 you seem to have installed. Naturally, if you have more stage 6s, even without epic fusions or missing a lot of epic fusions, you should be fine. But the target number is the target number. 9.4s, 9.5. If you can run 9. Oh, I found this low guy. Woo! If you can run 9.5, you should definitely beat this. So this one, I should be able to win. Oh, hit the nitrous slightly early, but that's okay. He's the slow guy. I should get this. No! No! Oh my god, I think I lost. But he's worth a re-challenge. Hold on. I screwed up. 9.6 guy I can definitely beat. Alright, so I screwed up the shift on that one. But here we go. We got this guy. Yeah, he's the slowest one I met so far, 9.6. Everybody else is like low 9.5 to 9.4. It's just crazy. I got you. I got you this time. You're not catching me. I got the edge. Oh, no, he's catching up. No, no. No, he didn't. Okay. Whew, finally. That was like extra 10 minutes of messing around just to find the slowest guy and beat him. And that's with Body. Now, Body apparently had an easier time running this time than Tire did. Even though Tire, from a dyno standpoint, actually looks better. So, you know, everything has its little bit of plus and minuses depending on the stage 6. So, yeah, I got through the Prestige Cup with 1 stage 6. Do you need to do this? No. I mean, this is more just to show you guys what's possible, not because this is an easy way or anything. Easiest way, of course, is just install more of your parts and get through. If you're going to be running this, you know, from the ground up with a fresh car, I can tell you right now, that's not an easy Prestige Cup. Because stage 5, again, the car is pretty slow, and that's full fusion. Stage 6, you're going to need a few if you don't have full fusions. So expect to struggle a little bit if you're a newer player and this is the first time you got the car. Now, final tip. I would not use this in Tempest 2. This is a car that doesn't launch very hard. 0 to 60, 0 to 100 is mediocre. Yes, it's good at top speed and speed traps, but no, it's not good for those sprints. And Tempest 2 is all about sprints. So, unfortunately, New Wing R8 RSR, not a recommended car for Tempest 2. And questionable use in Tempest 3, so I would not even really push this car on you for Tempest 3. So, unfortunately, for the most part, without live racing, without Tempest 3, without Tempest 2, Dust Collector. Alright, well, that concludes our little Prestige Cup with Stage 6 discussion and my little tip on Tempest. I hope you liked the video and I hope it's helpful to you. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel, subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.